when I was in the
So
Groundlings.
Christopher Guest is a genius.
Yeah.
But now that you explain the Groundlings to me, it makes complete sense that you ended up in a Christopher Guest movie.
It was my dream.
Does he have any connection to the Groundlings?
No, what happened was I saw Waiting for Guffman in like on a big screen TV in the Beverly Center.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw Waiting for Guffman, I was like, oh, I remember legit praying because I've been in a 12-step program since 1993. I've been in Al-Anon. But that's just like how I connect, whatever. And I remember praying and saying, if there's one director I ever get to work with in my life, please let it be Christopher Guest. And then I was in the Groundlings. I was in the Sunday show, and we did it. We were in the middle of our Sunday show. We took an intermission, and then people ran back to the green room, and they were like, "You guys, Christopher Guest is here with Eugene Levy and one of their producers." And it was Karen Murphy, who was like their longtime executive producer. And I remember thanking God, Katee, that I had no idea that they were in the audience for the first act.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just remember thinking, oh my God, thank God. And then we did the second act and it was fine. And then afterward, we left. And then the next day, I got a call from somebody, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have caller ID, nothing. You know what I mean? And they said, hey, this is such and such from Dog Show Productions. Christopher Guest and Eugene Levy would love to meet you. Now, back then, we would prank each other in the Groundlings all the time. The big thing was to lie and come in and say, you guys, Steven Spielberg is here. Or you guys, like whoever the comedy people are at that time, like Chuck Lorre or whom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're in the audience tonight, and they never were. So we knew that they had been there. And so I thought this was a friend calling me, making fun of it. And I said, fuck off, like to one of my friends. And they said, no, I said, that's funny. And then they said, no, seriously, we're calling from Dog Show Productions, and we got your number from Kathy Shambly at the Groundlings Theater. And I thought, oh, well, I've lost the job now. Like, I just was
just told them to go fuck themselves.
Yes. And then they said, we'd like to have you come in for a meeting. So I went in and had a meeting with Chris and Eugene, and I was terrified and sweating and nervous the entire time. And then I remember I left that meeting with them, and I picked up I called my manager on a payphone in the right there at Castle Rock, back when Castle Rock was whatever, and just sobbing, saying, I think I blew it. I don't think I'm gonna get I don't know. I don't think they like me. But and then they hired me. But I've come a long way since then. But I was, just so, I wanted that job so bad. And so luckily I got to do a little part, but that was really like another, like the Groundlings has given me everything. Yeah. It gave me a calling card. It gave me legitimacy, and confidence in a way that I didn't have. And that was early on. I was in the Sunday Company when I got Best in Show with my friend Carrie Neustadt.
Did you learn anything from being on set with everyone from Best in Show?
Oh.
I mean...
Well, yeah. I mean, because I got to do Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, a very small part in A Mighty Wind, but still that was amazing because I got to work with Bob Balaban, like be in a scene with him.
Was that the first one, A Mighty Wind?
No, the first one was Best in Show.
Okay.
Then the second one was A Mighty Wind. And then the third one was For Your Consideration. And that, for me, was the most fun that I've been in just because it was about actors.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
It was so gross. Like the stuff that I got to, play opposite Parker Posey and my favorite person in the world, Catherine O'Hara.
Oh my God.
Who I still think she still should have gotten an Oscar for her performance and For Your Consideration. But
yeah.
But I learned a lot. Yes, being on that set. I mean, what I learned from Chris is that Michael Hitchcock is a good friend of mine, and he's been in all of those films. And I remember saying, I just don't know if Chris likes me or if I'm doing the right thing. And he said, Rachel, Chris hires you because he knows you can do the job. He doesn't want you, he's not going to over direct you. So just he hired you because he saw you on stage doing what you do. And that was such a lesson. That was a huge lesson to trust what I do and totally do it. So I learned that from Chris.